August 1st, 2025. Conway Hall, London. The air is thick with anticipation. On stage, me, Mehdi Hasan and Mick Mulvaney, Trump's former chief of staff, flown in from across the Atlantic to defend his old boss in front of a skeptical British audience. The hall is packed, the lights are hot, and the stakes feel higher than ever. Mulvaney, a man who once sat at the very heart of Trump's White House, is here not just to answer questions, but to justify a presidency that has divided America and unsettled the world.
Trump's back in the White House, and the world's watching every move. This isn't a friendly chat, it's a high-stakes debate broadcast live, with millions tuning in. Every word, every gesture is scrutinized by allies and adversaries alike. The questions tonight aren't just about policy, they're about the soul of a nation and the direction of the world's most powerful democracy.
The panel? Me, a conservative Trump critic. Christina Greer, a sharp political scientist. Greg Swenson, representing Republicans overseas. Each of us brings a different perspective, and the tension is palpable. The audience senses it too. Every question could spark fireworks. Every answer could shift the mood. We're not just debating politics, we're debating the future.
The big questions loom over us all. Is Trump's second term veering into authoritarianism? Are the checks and balances of American democracy holding, or are they being eroded by executive power? The world is anxious, and so are we. Is he fit to lead? The whispers about his health, his decision-making, and his temperament have only grown louder. Every misstep is amplified, every controversy dissected. And what about the Epstein files? The rumors, the secrets, the unanswered questions, these files have become a symbol of the mysteries and scandals that haunt this administration.
Why does this matter? Because in Trump's world, loyalty is everything, and explanations are rare. Those who stand by him are rewarded, those who question him are cast aside. Mulvaney knows this better than anyone. He's lived it.
Mulvaney's job tonight is to calm the world, to translate Trump's chaos into something that sounds like order, and to convince everyone that the ride is safe, even if it feels like a roller coaster with no brakes. He's not just defending a man, he's defending a movement, a worldview, and a legacy.
Mulvaney's credibility comes from being both insider and critic, a rare combination. He's seen the machinery of power up close, but he's also been willing to speak out when he disagrees. That makes him both a target and a resource, a man who can explain the inexplicable.
It's 2025. America First is back. Mass deportations, global tariffs, and deeper divisions at home and abroad. The policies are bold, the rhetoric is fierce, and the consequences are felt everywhere, from Wall Street to small towns, from London to Beijing.
Mulvaney isn't just talking to London, he's speaking to nervous allies, anxious Americans, and a jittery global market. Every answer he gives ripples outwards, shaping perceptions and influencing decisions far beyond this hall.
He's there to argue that the Trump roller coaster is under control, even if everyone's a little queasy. The challenge is enormous: to reassure, to persuade, and to defend the indefensible, all under the glare of the world's spotlight.
The stakes? Nothing less than the future of American democracy. The choices made now will echo for generations, shaping not just America but the world.
And the world is watching, waiting for answers. Every nation, every leader, every citizen with a stake in the future is tuned in, hoping for clarity in a time of confusion.
This is the showdown, the moment when words meet reality and the world decides what to believe. Can Mulvaney defend the indefensible? Tonight, the world will find out. To understand Mulvaney's defense, you need his backstory with Trump. Their relationship is a winding road, full of sharp turns and unexpected alliances. It's a story that reveals not just the man, but the strange gravitational force Trump exerts on those around him.
Mulvaney once called Trump a terrible human being, publicly. He was blunt, unfiltered, and seemed to have no interest in currying favor. Yet, in a twist that surprised even his closest colleagues, he became Trump's chief of staff. The move left many wondering, was it ambition, pragmatism, or something else entirely?
From critic to insider, Mulvaney's journey shows the strange pull of power in Washington. It's a place where yesterday's adversaries become today's allies, and principles are often tested by proximity to influence.
He tried to bring order to Trump's chaos, steering the tornado from inside. Every day was a balancing act, managing crises, mediating feuds, and trying to impose some sense of structure on an administration defined by unpredictability.
January 6th changed everything. The violence at the Capitol was a breaking point. Mulvaney resigned, blaming Trump for lighting the fuse. It was a public and personal reckoning, a moment when loyalty collided with conscience.
It looked like a final break, critic insider then critic again. For many it seemed like the end of Mulvaney's Trump chapter.
Yet here he is, in 2025, defending Trump once more. The cycle repeats, and Mulvaney's return raises new questions about loyalty, calculation, and the nature of political survival.
When asked why, he shrugs. It's a binary choice, the lesser of two evils. He frames it as pragmatism, not passion. For Mulvaney, politics is rarely black and white.
Mulvaney's not a blind loyalist. He's seen it all, walked away, and come back. His journey is marked by contradiction, calculation, and a willingness to re-enter the fray, even after public fallout.
That's what makes his defense so compelling and infuriating. He embodies the contradictions of modern politics, where personal conviction and public loyalty are always in tension.
He forces us to ask, why return? What does he see that we don't? Is it hope for change, or just the reality of limited choices?
His complicated history is the heart of this debate. Mulvaney's story is a mirror for the larger questions facing American politics today.
And it's why his words matter now. In a world of shifting alliances, Mulvaney's journey is a reminder that the story is never as simple as it seems.
Trump's second term has reignited fears of authoritarianism.
We laid out the case crackdowns on opponents, using government power to intimidate, and a disregard for the courts.
Trump's attacks on judges and aggressive immigration policies aren't just tough politics, they're a threat to democratic norms.
It's not just about security. It's about power over the vulnerable.
Critics see a pattern targeting rivals, undermining courts, and pushing the limits of presidential power.
This isn't normal, it's a test of the Constitution's guardrails.
Mulvaney came to London to answer these charges. Mulvaney didn't flinch. His defense, this isn't authoritarianism, it's law enforcement.
He reframed crackdowns as holding lawbreakers accountable, not political vendettas.
Mulvaney admitted some discomfort with tactics, but called them legal, not tyrannical.
He rejected the fascism label as political hysteria.
On the judiciary, Mulvaney argued Trump's attacks are just words. So long as the administration obeys court orders, the system works.
He insisted the guardrails are holding even if they're rattling.
Mulvaney's message, Trump is unconventional, abrasive, but still within the system.
It's a defense meant to reassure moderates, not silence critics.
But is it enough?
The audience wasn't convinced. The debate turned personal. Is Trump mentally fit to lead?
His unpredictable behavior, wild statements, and contradictions fuel doubts. Is he stable enough for the nuclear codes?
Is he making rational decisions?
These aren't just media rumors. Foreign leaders and military officials are concerned.
Supporters call it authenticity, critics see cognitive decline.
The panel cited specific examples, contradicting policies, false claims, confusion.
The worry, if the president isn't tethered to reality, public discourse and foreign policy suffer.
Questioning mental health is sensitive, but the stakes are too high to ignore.
The panel wasn't diagnosing, just raising alarms.
All eyes turned to Mulvaney for his response.
Mulvaney pushed back. Trump isn't mentally ill, he's unpredictable but in control.
Mulvaney described Trump as instinctive, not irrational.
He even brought in books on presidential psychology to understand Trump's unique style.
Even insiders needed a playbook for Trump.
Mulvaney argued Trump's unpredictability is a strategy, a way to keep adversaries off balance.
What looks like chaos is, to Mulvaney, calculated.
He told the audience, don't judge Trump by old standards. He's playing a different game.
Mulvaney's message, Trump thrives in chaos, and that's his strength.
It's a strange reassurance, but it comes from someone who's seen it up close.
He tried to replace the narrative of decline with one of unconventional leadership.
No Trump debate is complete without the Epstein files.
The public wants transparency. Who was involved and why are the files still secret?
In July 2025, DOJ and FBI said Epstein died by suicide. No client list exists, but few believe it.
Trump called the files a Democratic hoax, but the issue won't go away.
Polls show most Americans disapprove of Trump's handling of Epstein.
This isn't just about Trump, it's about faith in justice and accountability.
People see photos, remember old comments, and want answers.
The Epstein controversy is a political minefield. Mulvaney had to walk right into it.
For Trump, any Epstein link is toxic.
Could Mulvaney offer an answer that satisfied anyone? Mulvaney's strategy, radical honesty. He admitted Trump is in the files, so are many others.
He argued if there were real evidence, it would have leaked by now.
Mulvaney claimed both parties have reasons to keep the files secret, implicating the whole establishment, not just Trump.
That narrative plays to anti-elite sentiment.
Mulvaney noted Trump banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago, trying to show distance.
But when pressed on Trump's wild claims about Bill Clinton, Mulvaney stumbled.
Defending Trump's conspiracies is harder than defending his policies.
It was a rare crack in Mulvaney's polished defense.
The London debate was a microcosm of America's divisions, a vivid reflection of the deep rifts that have come to define the nation's political landscape. Even thousands of miles from Washington, the echoes of American discord reverberated through the hall, as if the Atlantic were no barrier at all.
On stage, the atmosphere was electric, charged with tension and anticipation. The panelists didn't just debate, they embodied the very arguments that have split families, communities, and the country itself. Fierce critics clashed with unwavering loyalists, each side convinced of their own truth, their voices rising above the din in a battle of conviction and ideology. And in the center stood Mulvaney, the bridge between worlds, attempting to navigate the stormy waters between opposition and allegiance. His presence a symbol of the uneasy alliances that define modern politics.
Two Americas were present in the room, one skeptical, wary of the future, the other hopeful, determined to defend their vision of the country. For some, Trump represents a threat to democracy, a force that has upended norms and challenged the very foundations of the republic. For others, he is a savior, someone who speaks for the forgotten, who promises to restore greatness and disrupt a system they see as broken.
Mulvaney's journey from outspoken critic to staunch defender is a testament to the shifting sands of political loyalty and the compromises demanded by power. His transformation is not unique, but it is emblematic of the era.
He reframed every controversy. Tyranny became law enforcement, chaos was spun as strategy, and scandals like Epstein's were dismissed as symptoms of elite rot, not unique to any one administration.
The core issues of Trump's first term haven't faded. They've intensified, becoming flashpoints in a culture war that shows no sign of ending. The headlines may change, but the underlying tensions remain.
Can a divided nation find common ground? Or are we destined to remain locked in perpetual conflict, each side retreating further into its own echo chamber? Can a polarizing leader truly govern, or does leadership now mean simply surviving the storm?
Mulvaney didn't resolve these questions, but he illuminated them, forcing the audience to confront uncomfortable truths about loyalty, power, and the cost of division.
The world watched, transfixed, as the arguments unfolded, witnessing not just a debate, but the raw political will and deep uncertainty driving America's turbulence.
The stage was in London, but the drama was all American. A story of identity, conflict, and the search for meaning in a rapidly changing world. In the end, the nation remains at a crossroads, still searching for its future, its unity, and perhaps, its soul.